energy. Pump up the power. Pump up your health. Pump up your muscles. Pump up the energy.
Welcome to Steve's Kitchen. Today we are making an egg white energy meal. It includes 6 egg whites, tomatoes, onions, fresh basil. You can have it for lunch or you can have it for dinner. It has the right amount of protein and the energy for your body to feel great. Dicing the onions. Nice small pieces. The olive oil has been warming up for 30 seconds. So now we're going to add the chopped onions. So when the onions are cooking, we are going to go and chop the tomatoes. So 1, 2, 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, chop. Wow, really look pretty. The onions smell really good. They're getting soft. You can see the color is changing. They don't have the raw color anymore. And that's you want your onions to look like. And what I like about onions, when you cook them this way, they taste really good. They don't taste like a raw onion. The onions have a natural sweetener in it. It just makes all the food taste better. That's the secret ingredient. Okay, so the onion's looking good. So what we're gonna do now, we're gonna add the chopped tomatoes in. Wow, I love the smell when you get the cooked onions with the fresh tomatoes together. It's a really nice combination. So the next step, what we're going to do, we're going to turn the fire from low to medium, because the tomatoes, they're a little bigger, so you need a little more heat. So once a while, you come over and you stir it, the onions, the tomatoes, just be sure they're not getting burned and they're getting soft. Right now, I think they're looking good, they're smelling good, so we're ready to crack the egg whites. Our recipe takes 6 egg whites, so you crack the egg whites when the tomatoes are cooking. Egg whites are really good for you. They have good protein, no fat, no cholesterol. Each egg white has 3 grams of protein, so we have 6 eggs. That's meaning in this meal you're going to have 18 grams of protein. And the beauty about this recipe is we use really good ingredients. Sweet onions, tomatoes, a little bit of sea salt, and fresh basil. So you know it's going to taste great. Okay, we got the egg whites now. Okay, the eggs are ready. Now we're going to pour them right on the top of the tomatoes and the onions. And the magic happens. You see, you put it nice and slow everywhere so that every bite, it will have onions and tomatoes. That looks good. So what you do, you keep mixing it. This is an easy part now because you did all the hard work. This should be ready in a couple of minutes. And right in the end, we're going to add some fresh basil. What I like about this meal, it tastes like a pizza, but a healthy pizza, because you don't have the dough. You don't have the tomato sauce full of sodium. And you have your protein. And trust me, your body will appreciate it and you're going to feel good every time you eat these eggs. Chopping the basil nice and thin. So we're just going to sprinkle it on the top of our eggs, but they're going to give us such a good flavor. Right before we cut the basil, what we do, we bring the fire down to low so the eggs are not going to get burned. So now we have the basil cut. You're just going to sprinkle it right on the top. And this little basil is just going to make everything taste so much better. All right, looks good. Smells delicious. So now we're going to add a little bit of sea salt, a pinch of sea salt. I'm not a big fan of salt because I believe when you have the right ingredients, you don't need a lot of salt. Our eggs are ready. I'm going to put it on the plate. I would like to have, I usually have my eggs with rice cakes, but if you like to have it with a whole wheat toast, or you can have it without anything. It's really filling. It's tasty. It looks really good. Smells, the smell is out of this world. So I have my rice cakes. Sometimes I put it on the top of the rice cakes and I eat it as a sandwich, like a half a sandwich. I'm so excited to taste this meal. I mean, every bite, look how much tomato you have there. You have the basil. You don't even see the onions. That's the beauty. You see, the onion is the secret ingredient. Oh my God. I can taste the basil, the tomato. This is what I believe. Good food is health, good food is power, and you feel really good.